Welcome to the We Founders podcast. We are women entrepreneurs, founders, and investors sharing our stories about how we raise funds, invest, and build our businesses from the Western Balkans. I'm your host, Gaia Montelatici, General Partner at Studio X Ventures.
Welcome to the new season of the We Founders podcast. Today my guest is Aleksandar Stanković from MyFitWorld. We will talk about their journey from idea to the startup who now have to...
How many users?
Yeah.
You're talking about around 7,000 users
7,000.
at this moment, yes.
Oh, that's great. So my first question for you is, how did you get the idea for the MyFitWorld and how everything started?
Of course, first of all, I want to thank you for having me here with you. And I want to say hello to all the listeners and the viewers, but also to the Impact Hub Belgrade, and want to say thank you very much to Impact Hub Belgrade for having me here with you.
You're welcome.
As far as MyFitWorld's story is concerned, so we were, as fitness and strength and conditioning coaches, we were actually in a big problem at that period. Because when you work in a physical place with your physical capacities, you are limited. So we came to the moment where our working capacities were limited to 15 up to 20, but let's say 15, 16 or 20 clients as a summary. You have 10 clients on one day and 10 clients on the other day, because mostly you have Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday the workouts with your clients. So in general, your physical capacities for your work are limited. That means that your work expansion or business expansion is really limited on one hand, and on the other hand, during the summer season and the winter holidays, most of those clients are off because they want to spend their time with their family, or maybe they are ill or they are injured or something like that. So you have a lack of clients and money at that period. So when you take the average during the year, you do not have 15 or 20 clients, but you have 20, 30, up to 50% less than that. So the volatility of your business is really huge, and you feel insecure. And on the other hand, even though you have the potential to work with a lot of different people, you always have new requirements for new clients, you're not able to work with them. So from that huge problem, we came to an idea which at first was just a base of exercises and workouts. So when we go to the holidays, when we are sick, our colleagues can do the work instead of us with less effort. And that was like the main idea, because every summer and winter holiday of ours was really a hell, because you go to the holiday, but you're not on a holiday. You're always online and in line with your clients through the social media, through the chat platforms, or even online to explain one more time the workout or the exercise, or to reconsider with your colleague what was the plan, sorry because I don't remember, and things like that. So your professional life but also your private life becomes really tough, and you do one thing that you love to do, that is fitness or strength and conditioning coaching. So the idea came because of the problem, and when you are solving the problem, you are, as far as I'm concerned, you're always on a good path. So during our beginnings, but also until now, we knew that we are on a good path because we want to help, or at that time we wanted to help at first to the industry, to the coaches and the gyms, and with that to their clients. So basically those were the beginnings.
Yeah, I like that you have like whole idea from the start. So when we are talking about startups, the main problem is to find founding. How did you find your first founding, and how did that end up in the end?
Yes, that was really interesting, because at first we did not have like an idea that we are some like entrepreneurs, that we are founders, that we are going to dive into the startup world. We just wanted to solve our problems. And we were not, or we are still not, commercial trainers. You know, you couldn't find us at that time at social media or things like that. But we really do have a lot of credibility and a great reputation here at Serbia and in the Balkan region because of our expertise. We are mostly from master degree and PhD degree, like strength and conditioning and fitness coaches. So our first co-founders, but if I can say equity founders, like angel investors, were our clients actually. They knew that we do a great job in the practice, you know, with coaching, and they knew, or they liked at that period, the idea very much. One of our first co-founders with like a money for equity, like the angel investor, was our leading coach at that period and the owner of the gym where we work in, the Magna Fit fitness club in Belgrade. He was like one of the first guys, and the second big investor, if I can say that the other one, angel investor, was our client, you know. And they saw that we are doing something, that we are talking about something. It was like an IT, an application, a platform, fitness and things like that. And they said, okay, can I hear a bit more about that? We went to the coffee, and they were like, wow, I like the idea. Does it have the local or global potential? We said, of course, if we are solving the problem here and we have a software, we can solve this problem anywhere in the world. And they were like, okay, I'm in. And at that period, it was not like a written agreement. It was like hand in hand. Okay, let's shake hands, I'm in. And we said, okay. And from that first moment until it was on the paper, I don't know, it lasted for 6 to 8 or 9 months from the idea then to realization of the concept.
That's not a lot.
No, but but we didn't have it on the paper.
Yeah,
because they said, okay, let me in. I'm in the game. I don't know what you want to say to the others who are interested in. I'm in. We said, okay. We closed it in I don't know 1 month, and after that 1 month until the execution of our deal, it went 6 to 8 or 9 months, and it was all like we said at the beginning. So definitely these guys were, except beside the friends and family, but they are like for a small share and for smaller money. These two guys were actually our colleagues and our clients, and those are our first funding investors, or as we call them today, our angel investors.
Yeah, thank you. So I know, because I constantly call you in help when somebody needs help, needs fund from InnoFund in Serbia. You guys did a great job with it. You get how many funding from them?
80,000 euros.
Yeah, that's great.
A little less than this.
How did you manage to prepare for the InnoFund? I think that's the question that all of our listeners want to hear.
Mm-hmm. Yes, of course. Yeah, we are really proud of that, and I'm using this opportunity to once again say big thank you to the Innovation Fund, and of course, beside that, the Science Technology Park in Belgrade, which actually made an opportunity to get in front of the Innovation Fund. Now, of course, I'm talking to all the guys who are members of Impact Hub Belgrade, and we give all the knowledge and the experience that we have in order to help them. But how did we go to the innovation fund and not to the VC or some other investors? First of all, that was this huge desire, and I think it's the same with every other founder, not to give equity at first. So you want to bootstrap, and the other thing is, if you want to raise money, you first want to try to raise money and not to give equity if it is possible anyhow. So that was maybe the biggest thing about the innovation fund, that they are supporting new ideas by just giving the money and not taking the equity. And when they give you the money, they give you the support to be a successful startup, of course, because of their reputation and their investment and things like that. Of course, when you if you sell your business, or if you get another investing round during the period of 3 to 5 years after closing the deal with the innovation fund, you have to give a certain fee, but it is more than a fair fee, because they gave you the opportunity to stand with your own equity during the critical period. You know, we were just like 1 or 2 months on the market, like with MVP, with really MVP product. And the money from the fund was really huge help for us. So I want to say that if you have the product on the market, you're in a better position, but also you can apply if you have an idea. The main thing is that you have like a real solution for something. They said innovation fund. The most valued thing is if the idea is innovative. Our idea was innovative in a concept that we had a different mixture of services for people in the industry or the clients who want to to get in touch with our industry. So our service was innovative enough, and they recognized it, and they said, okay, here is the like a push for you with the money. So we are really proud of that. The innovation fund really recognized the potential, and by now it is obvious that they had a really good nose for it, because I can say by now that we are good on the market, and we, with their money, we got the opportunity to bootstrap more and to run for the maybe another round. We are talking at this moment with two VCs, but we are not sure actually if we want to bootstrap more or we want to take another round of money. Definitely Innovation Fund helped us with that, because we were not trapped and we didn't need to run for the money and to give equity. And one other thing is, with the Innovation Fund, they finance you for developing the product. Most of the VCs come when it comes to the marketing and sales, but Innovation Fund gets in there in order to say, hey, you have a good product, keep developing the idea, the product, keep developing that main thing that because that main thing that is the core of your business. So that's about it. Those are maybe the crucial motives to go to the innovation fund and not to the private equity, the VC. To resume it, so developing the idea itself, the product itself, one thing, and keeping the equity with us is the other thing.
Yeah, great, thank you. That was really interesting to know. So my next question is pretty basic. When you return on your journey, how did it last? How much did it last?
From the very beginning until now?
Yeah.
4 years by now. Yeah, of which 2 and maybe more than 2 years with like shaping the idea and getting into the market and the practice and the entrepreneurship, and 1.5 to 2 years with the product and on the market, from MVP to this stage of product.
That's great. So when you return to those 4 years,
yes,
what can you say? We really screwed up. We made a mistake and we are not so proud of it. Do you have something like that?
Yes, of course. I don't know if someone doesn't have that period or point in their entrepreneur
but so,
life.
you know, people are like now without
Everything was perfect.
We
you know,
were just perfect from the start.
Yeah, yeah. I can say that as far as the product itself, as we look at the product, it was really from the idea by now that really we did it good. I suppose because we were in the problem, so we managed to recognize the problem correctly. But our biggest mistake was that from the very beginning we didn't have a development team in-house. One thing is expenses, the other thing is the speed of the development, because when you have outsourced company for the development, you're probably second, third or the fifth one in their portfolio. And they do not actually feel the energy, the passion, the goals as if it would be with your own team.
Yeah, of course.
And this is the main expense during the development stage, you know, the development team. So that was, if I can say, the only one, the only mistake, if I can say, that we made, that we didn't start at the very beginning with in-house team. And then now I understand when guys from VCs at that moment who wanted to invest in idea were like, do you have an in-house team? We said no, but we have an outsourced team. They were like, okay, good, but give me a call back when you have an in-house team, you know, when you're fully like MyFitWorld with your own developers and with you as a business leaders and things like that. So
yeah,
that would be the main point.
That's great. I totally understand it. So that's actually another point. You have to have your team in the house.
Yes, that would be the main suggestion to all the entrepreneurs at the very beginning, because your team, believe me, I can see it with our team, and I want to thank them for that. They will not work 6 or 5 or 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. They will breathe the product, they will breathe the energy, and they will work 8 to 10 to 12 hours a day, even during the weekends. But the most important thing is that they're going to be happy about it, because they feel like innovators. They feel that it is their acknowledgement for having a product like that. So here I am in front of MyFitWorld team, and I'm just one part of a system which breeds our idea, you know, night and day.
So yeah, I understand that for a good startup you need a good team. Yeah,
definitely.
Of course, that's a problem. I know it from my experience. It's short, but I know it that a lot of startups have a problem to pick right people for their team when they are starting. So I'm really glad that you had the luck with that.
Yeah, we really had luck.
Yeah. Did you have any like other lucky moments that was like something falling from the sky or thing like that?
Lucky moment. This part of the story goes good with this previous one. I feel that the lucky part of our story is that everyone is in love with vision. You know, you can always develop the product more and more and more and more, you know, especially in the software. It's like a brain or intelligence. It's never enough, you know. It can always be better, and it is good because there is always place for improvement. But all the guys in our team are really, the guys and the girls, you know, all the people in our team are in love with the vision. And even though you have many working hours, you have like development time, stress, going with the new part of the product, fixing bugs, doing new things, going to the sales, getting back to the business, and the economic thing and things like that. They're always like focused like this into that end point, into that final product state point, and they're like, wow, I love this, this is good. and not thinking too much about all the heavy things, all the hard stuff that is going on, and just focus on that main thing. And because of that, we carry out everything with smile and with good atmosphere and with positive thoughts, you know. Because the truth is, especially at the beginning, I always say that you work like a creator on your product, like in peace, maybe 20 to, you're lucky if it is 30%, and 70 to 80% it is the hard work, it is the problems, it is everything that is on your way to achieve that perfect thing that is in your vision and in your mind.
Yeah, okay. I hear you talking about emotions to be dedicated to the cause you have as a startup. So what I want to know, do you have enough time to your life? I mean, beside that you are a founder, you have to live, you know.
Yes.
How do you manage both things?
Of course, you manage them with love. You do not manage that easy. You manage that with love, with passion, and with the support of your family at first, because it's a huge sacrifice for the family. And because my sacrifice, I do not see it as a sacrifice. As I told you before, I see a vision, I see that it is going good. You can always burn more money and invest more, but by chasing the vision and by seeing your product rising, I have a small baby, but the same way, almost the same way, of course, you do everything because of your family, but I can say that as I see my daughter growing and her brother growing, and how I admire to that, but you have to get in the you go late at night to sleep, you have to get up early, you have to wake up during the night and things like that to support the children. Startup is a child and you have to love him, you have to smile, you have to be for it, or for in every single moment, and to do it with a smile. So when I'm talking about my private life and my professional life, I cannot separate it. You have to live as a founder, you have to live for your startup every day and night. You do not have weekends, you do not actually have summer holidays, because, for example, I go to my summer holiday, which is separated to shorter holidays. I always take my laptop, I always see where is the Wi-Fi, and I always say, yeah, call me, you know, but so my wife cannot hear, you know, and I do have my alarm every single day, 6 a.m., 6:30 a.m. while my family is sleeping, and I have peace in my mind because, okay, they're sleeping, our holiday day did not start yet. I have one and a half or two and a half hours just for my startup, to reconsolidate all the things that my team is working here at the office and things like that, to take new ideas, to take the feedback from the users and things like that, and to be with them, to put the tasks for everyone and for me, to say when I will be online and things like that, and then I go with my family. It's the same thing in the evening, you know, before the bed. So you have to carry your startup everywhere with you, every time. It's the truth, but I don't see it heavy. I just see the sacrifice of my family, which is huge, and I thank them for them, because I have no stress for being all the time, every day, every night, here for my team and for the product and for the users and for the business to develop.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, good job. I don't know what to say. I'm amazed.
Thank you.
When we are about amazing things, I heard that you guys are cooking something new, that something new is going to happen. Can you talk about it?
Yes, of course. It's always something new, but sometimes there are smaller differences and upgrades. Sometimes it is a big thing. Now we are about to go to some new big thing, because until this moment we were mainly B2B platform. We are B2B2C platform, but we were mainly here for the guys who are making money of this product, who need this product to solve their problems, to increase their income, to sustain their business and things like that. But now we're getting to the mainstream. We're getting to the end, directly to the end clients. So it is going to be a huge step forward. And basically, sky is the limit. We are opening like a premium subscription model for end users, and we expect, of course, success, because even in the pre-campaigns we had the success with touching the market and getting what is going to be good. This is one part of our business model now, B2C subscriptions, and the other thing is corporate. So the companies are going to be able to give the premium model for free to their employees or to their customers, or at lower prices if they buy at certain price for a big buy from us. They will be able to lower their prices and things like that. So definitely we are going to the really huge market right now. And the other thing is for our B2B users, which is going to be good, that we are filling out for them a marketplace. So an end user like you is going to be able to say, okay, I want to see the MyFitWorld net to exercise for free for the content that coaches and gyms made on MyFitWorld net, or I will for a certain price buy a MyFitWorld premium subscription account and get exercises, workouts and things that we made for you, or I will find a coach or a gym or someone for an online coaching for me, which is the next level, or I will find someone for a professional care in order to cope up with him and to have it one-on-one. So definitely with a holistic approach, and that's why I say that we are MyFitWorld platform. We are not just a fitness app. With a holistic approach, we get to the customers in this all of these models, and we are really building an ecosystem which is really going to be, I want to say something like that, like Instagram or LinkedIn or Facebook, but for fitness. If you want to know everything about fitness and wellness and things like that, no matter from which part do you come, you will come to the MyFitWorld and you will get everything over there.
So we can expect that our world can become MyFitWorld, yeah?
Yes, of course, yeah.
Do you plan on going, I'm sorry, I
Yes.
just stuck. Do you plan going more than just Serbia?
Of course. Thank you for asking that. We are already present in the whole Balkan region, and actually I'm really proud that our Croatian friends are great users. Bosnians, people from Montenegro, from Macedonia also, and also we are strategically expanding our business into the United Arab Emirates, of which of course at first Dubai and Abu Dhabi, when we are already present over there, and organically in the European Union and sporadically in the US, but it's like more than like a word of mouth or something like that. We didn't do anything strategically by now over there. And as we are speaking here, my colleagues are actually, that's why I told you I came here alone. They are on a meeting with the guys, a great startup called D-Loop from the US market, who are going to be our partners for that market. And of course, we are already operating in the Balkan region, and our goal is to expand to the Spanish and Portuguese speaking language areas. But first, for that, one step is to translate all the application. We did a small part, but because of the bootstrapping thing and just money from the Innovation Fund, we didn't have the human resources to go all of a sudden to all of those markets. But now we are ready for that, and we are going to really have some huge steps. So basically we are going live, and we are going with more intensity in the Balkan region. We are going strategically into the United Arab Emirates, but beside that, right after that, Latin America. So as I said, Spanish and Portuguese speaking language areas, and right after that the United States.
So I was right. you're planning to conquer the world.
Yes, we are planning really to go huge on this.
I'm really glad to hear that. Well, I guess I'm out of the questions. It was really amazing to meet you and talk about you and your startup. I will ask if there is any question from our...
There is one, actually.
Yeah, you have to use microphone, I'm sorry.
Hello.
Hello.
My name is Olja and I am in a similar situation like yours, so thank you for the share. It's really important and relevant for me to hear it. So I'm probably two years ago from your perspective. And I have a question about the business side and the in-house team that you mentioned. The question is, what's the alternative? So what was your situation in terms of, okay, you decided to outsource, but if you did not go for that path, what's the alternative? What were your options, in fact? Did you have any other?
Yes, of course. That's a good question, especially because the development team in the tech industry, if you're developing a software solution, is a really important, maybe especially at the early stage, the most important part of the product, because based on your quality of your product, you are going to have the audience, and after that you are going into the marketing and selling point. And even though if you have a good marketing and sales team, if you do not have the product, it's going to be for nothing. To get back to the question, yes, you do have options. One of the options is definitely to get a development team for equity. Because if you look 1 year from now for your business, you will say, okay, in order to give the money to my employees, 2, 3, or 5 employees, nowhere, it is not cheap anywhere in the world. So it is a huge amount of money. You can say, okay, I can get money from my pockets, if I can, from friends and family, from angel investors, even from VCs, if the idea is super wow and they're like super into that specific area of the market. But you can say like this, okay guys, are you ready to invest in my product? Here's the idea, here is the product. If you like it, if you see the potential in it, here is the market potential, let's do it together. I will give to you or equity for your full-time job, but then it's the question, how will they finance their regular life? Or part-time at the beginning with some cliff vesting period or vesting period for all of you, like a plan to go fully in-house. Or you can say, here is a certain amount of money in order to do it like a part-time without getting here in-house and for the equity, but then probably your product is going to be developed not in 3 or 4 months, but in a year. So depending on how much time do you have until going to the market, you can choose all of these options, and they can all be good and they can be wrong depending on your market, on your idea, or depending on the speed of the market development in which your business is, and the cost that you need to pay to development team to actually have the product live. Maybe you can have one extraordinary developer who is in love with an idea, and he says, okay, I want a certain share of your company and I will do this in 2 months. Wow, that's great. Especially if you have the genius in your team who can do everything alone, because after that when he gets new developers in the team, he is the lead, he is the CTO or the co-founder or something like that. Or if not, you can try with 2 or 3 guys or 2 or 3 people who are from the IT industry and try all these models that I already had. So
thank you so much.
You're welcome, and I wish you really a good luck, and I just want to say, really never give up, just look and chase the vision, and you just need to find out the way to make that idea a product, and don't give up. Don't sleep, but don't give up. Yeah.
Don't sleep, don't eat, just start up.
Yes.
So thank you, Aleksandar. I guess we are out of questions. It was really amazing. This was our first episode of season 2. We have season 1 on YouTube. If you didn't know,
Yes, of course.
you can watch it. You too. So thank you all. I want to use this chance to really recommend MyFitWorld app. I am using it like 2 weeks, I think now, and I'm really amazed that that is actually first app that I used to exercise, to help me exercise, that have option to actually list your health problems that you may have, and it will make trainings in to help you with that. So that will be it from us. See you next week.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for watching We Founders podcast. My name is Aleksandar and I will be co-host this season. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter.